You're listening to the Pace Radio Network, here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Hello and good day. Welcome to the Mushie Moment with myself and my awesome co-host, Reverend Cindy. We're live today on Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. Coming to you live, paceradio.net, CBG TV, and streaming everywhere. Good day.
Everywhere.
How you doing?
Hi, Steve. I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing well. Been busy,
Excellent.
busy.
You have been. Even in the half an hour that we had leading up to the show, you were just going.
Running. Get it all done early in the day and then sleep.
That works. Yeah, Steve was running and doing stuff, and I was sitting behind magic butter machines while we were chatting, and yeah, you were busy.
And here we are. Doing the show. How's your weather out there? We got a little bit of sun, but it's been cold. I've been out salting with a snow company, making a couple of bucks on the side. Oops, don't say that out loud.
I didn't hear it.
But
We
the snow shut everything down. There was about this much snow. And, when you get that almost quarter inch out here, people don't know how to try.
No. It's different. Here we have sunshine today. We are sitting at about 6 or 7 degrees, but we have a special weather statement for freezing rain, and ice pellets, and snowfall. And this is starting Thursday into Friday. So we have today and tomorrow to be kind of nice, and then we'll go right back into winter on Friday.
So Friday and Saturday, I'll text you pictures of the daffodils growing out here.
Thanks. I appreciate it. We have somebody saying, have a good day, have a good economy, very supportive for weed, cannabis, marijuana industry, for a good consumer and dispensary marketing business. That's awesome. Well, there you go. We'll have to delete the advertisement one with the address, but besides that, that's awesome. We're really happy for you. In California. Now we know where to go if we ever go visit California.
You have a nice day, too.
Have a beautiful one. Well, that's awesome. Nice to have people just popping in that have never been part of the podcast before. We appreciate you. Steve's still reading.
Yeah. I got the eyes fixed. I got to put the glasses on to read, and you got to kind of get into that zone of where the glasses work. Oh, look, I can see you guys. Oh, unfortunately, when I can see that, you guys are seeing too much of me.
Yeah, because you're right up close.
I'm one of those guys that looks not bad from a distance. What do they say? Good from far, but far from good.
Oh, I think we all know that's a crock.
Guess what I'm drinking?
Might it be anything to do like this?
Oh, it might exactly be that. Wow, you're very intuitive.
I kind of figured it would be happening considering our guest today.
We have a guest?
We do. Yeah, I went to work and I booked a couple of people. Isn't that neat?
Wow. Who do we have today?
We have the owner of this most amazing company. It is, let me find the right thing here to show you. Goddess Temple Cacao. I am showing off the cacao paste. And this beautiful face on the front of the cacao paste is the lady that we have on today.
I'm really excited.
I know you are.
Can we bring her on? Hold the package up there, and then I'll bring her on, and then it'll be the picture of her, And are you ready?
We're
And
ready.
her! Yay! Hi, Judy. How are you doing today?
Don't you just love technology? That was so much fun.
It's beautiful.
Oh my God, I love you both. I missed you.
Oh.
I love you both. This is so
I love you
fun.
too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was bummed out
Thank
that universe just wasn't making things happen when you came out here the last time.
But
But
you
it
know what?
sounded like you had an awesome.
Yeah. And you know what? I might be coming back out in June, and maybe Cindy might be meeting out there, and maybe some of the listeners here, who knows how beautiful it would be for us all to get together. That will be so exciting if we can make that happen this June.
And it doesn't take much to convince me that I should go out to Vancouver. Be like, hey, Cindy, do you want to go to your second home? Okay. Pretty easy to do.
So beautiful. Such a beautiful place. Oh,
It is. It is. The first time I was there, I fell in love. I made some good friends, Steve being one of them. And I feel the calling to go back quite a bit. I'm actually going back in April.
oh.
We're going to go do some medicine. You want to come? 4 days of medicine?
Oh my goodness. I'm going to be in Egypt in April. That's why June, more than likely I'll be back in Vancouver.
That's
Wow,
awesome.
where are you going to in Egypt? Gonna go look at some big rocks?
Yeah, going to the temples and the pyramids. Oh my goodness, I know. It's going to be incredible. I don't even really quite know exactly the details, except that I said yes to a beautiful group of people. And I'm excited. Oh, I just feel like something's calling me to put my feet on
That's
that
awesome.
ground again.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That's on the list of things I want to do before I bucket.
Yes. So true. I mean, I think for so many of us that are hearing that calling, it's like a remembering of our time there, right? Our precious time there. Such an important time in history that, has is so incredibly monumental and important for us to even understand, and yet has been almost completely erased from history by certain people. But yet so many of us are remembering the magic that took place there and that continues to take place there, and the magic that we're there to reactivate those codes and come back and just bring some of that magic into our lives. Exciting. Which includes our beautiful plant medicines.
Bringing magic into our lives.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Our beautiful plant medicines. Well, first of all, I want to thank you both again for having me once again. First of all, I love both of you. I love Cindy. Cindy, I have a beautiful relationship with Cindy from the last 4 months or 5 months, I guess, when Cindy and I were introduced, and we came together through this beautiful cacao facilitator training program. And we got to be in deep relationship together because we won the Dieta, which I know we're going to talk about, the beautiful cacao facilitator Dieta, incredible journey. And then came on this podcast and met Steve and had the most beautiful time as well with Steve. Such a great person that you are, such a beautiful soul. Thank you for being who you are.
Thank you.
And your beautiful community, and just sharing and giving and being here. It's just so beautiful. And here we are again. And I know we're going to plan something else, which we're going to talk about at the end of this ceremony, at the end of this call, an actual formal ceremony that we're going to be doing together. So I'm excited about mentioning that too and planning for that.
Shh, it's a secret right now.
Oh no. Oops. Okay.
No, that was...
Sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a secret. You have to wait to the very end to
we will tell all here at some point in time during the podcast, which is really exciting. So Judy, the last time we had you on, we chatted about a lot of stuff. I can't even remember everything that we touched on. But let's go back to your facilitator training course, because you brought that up. It's a very beautiful course that I have had the honor to take. I still have one more part to finish it, which I hope to do very, very soon. But it's an amazing course. And for anybody that's looking to go take it, it's not something that you have to go take once and then you have to keep your notes and be reminded. Judy actually invites you back in. You can go rejoin any of the modules at any time in the future. I have if you decide that you want to go be reintroduced to that part of the course. And it actually means a lot, because the last I did 2 modules in the last one, and I didn't realize how much I forgot.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Yeah. Yeah. So you have another one coming up very soon, or has just started?
Yes. So March 20th is when we'll bring a new group through the training, and the training starts first with this incredible foundational step that, if I could share that now, it's just so, it just warms my heart so much to talk about it, because it's been almost forgotten in today's busy world. And yet it's so important, because when these plant medicines call to us, they want to take us on a journey first, a journey of unraveling, a journey of sharing with us their teachings. They are teacher master plant medicines, a journey of unraveling us first, a journey of transformation first. And so for thousands of years, these beautiful plant medicines have been calling on our shamans, our medicine men, our medicine women, our conscious teachers who are in a state of awareness where they are ready to respect and honor these teachings and these foundational steps, which is called the dieta. The dieta is not just something when you go to a ceremony and you prepare for a few days, you do this dieta. Yes, there is that dieta as well, but there's the facilitator dieta, or, the shaman. It's also shaman, facilitator, medicine man, medicine woman dieta, where we are in communion with the medicine, to really go into devotional relationship with the medicine. Anyone who serves any plant medicine, it is very important that we are first in deep relationship with the medicine, and how these medicines wish to take us on an accelerated journey so we can truly understand their medicine and go through these transformations, and ask for them to initiate us, to support us, to be that empty vessel so we can serve them to others and have their medicine come through. We are embodying them. That all happens within the dieta, this foundational step before you serve medicine. So regardless of which plant medicine you're working with. And so cacao has been my beloved. For 5 years, cacao, 5 years ago, cacao came into my life and she started calling on me. And I just immediately remembered, I had this remembering within me of having worked with this medicine in past lives, this like true reverence, even though part of my brain was saying, what are you talking about? Cacao is the main ingredient to make chocolate. How on earth is this a plant medicine, a sacred plant medicine? And then the other part of me was just this, this like shivers all over me, this goosebumps around knowing that there's something magical here. This is a cosmic, glorious spirit that has manifested itself on our earth, on our plants, called Theobroma cacao, which in itself, the name Theobroma cacao means God, or food of the gods and goddesses. And this sacred medicine, our beautiful indigenous families have been the stewards, the caretakers, the keepers, the beloveds of this plant medicine for thousands of years, in communion with these medicines, drinking these medicines, going on these dietas over and over and over again when they hear the calling. Again, another deep journey. And then sometimes for many of them, it was years in this communion before they started to share in ceremony. And yet today, so many people, will go to a plant medicine ceremony and have this experience happen. And tomorrow they're hosting a ceremony with their own community. And that's beautiful. And because we just want to share, we're excited. And yet there is a sacred, ancient, devotional step and journey called the Facilitator's Cacao Dieta, which, Cindy, you had the beautiful pleasure. I had the pleasure of doing with you. I have the honor of taking new groups through this. There will be another one on March the 20th. And it's a beautiful 16-day journey, where, as you know, there are things that change in your life during those 16 days. We're all working, we're all doing our day-to-day stuff, but there are certain things we change up our food a little bit, because all food has consciousness, and the cacao wants to really work with us in an accelerated way. So it asks us to remove certain foods that are unconsciously speaking to us, connecting with us. So it's like, okay, let's move this out of the way so that the cacao is really supporting us and guiding us through this journey. Certain social conditions that change a little bit before and after work, certain things, certain ways that we heat the cacao, just this beautiful journey that really helps us to go on this ignites a deeply devotional relationship with the medicine. In this case, it's the cacao, beautiful spirit of cacao. And I get really excited talking about this because it's something that when you actually realize that cacao or any of our plant medicines are ancient medicines revered for thousands of years, and that there is a sacred process that so many people are just not, it's almost been forgotten. So many people just aren't aware of it. But when you hear it and you're working with the plant medicine, all you want to do is be in reverence to this sacred lineage, to how the medicines call on us, how the medicines take us through deeper journeys, so we can truly become that empty vessel for them and embody them for others. And it's so exciting. It's such an exciting journey.
It is.
I love the way you get all excited and just, yeah, it's, you speak beautifully about it.
Oh, thank you. And you know what? Every time you go on a dieta, there's a purge. There's purges, because these plant medicines, their role is to help us to let go of some of those stories. The next, whatever they see is sort of the next amount of stories for them to help pluck out of our, out of our belief system, pluck those out so we can step into a new reality, right? Because we can raise our consciousness when we have new beliefs, when we have new stories that we create about ourselves. Because everything that's, comes out of our eyes, it is really just a projection. Everything out here is a projection of what's going on inside of us. So when we can have new beliefs, new stories about us, about the world, we completely have new realities that show up. And these medicines want to show us, they want to take us through, they want to help us unravel in a more accelerated way those stories, so we can step into this new, more expanded awareness, see even more beyond the veil of our stories. And so there's always what's called the purge, which is a part of us. Our issues are in our tissues, right? In our body, our issues are in our tissues, is where we create, because we have this body, which sometimes holds a lot of stories and energy, it can become dense. And that's where it can create dis-ease. And so we need to have these stories, these things come out of our body. And that's called the purge. It's tears, it's pain, it's sometimes a quote unquote cold, a fever, vomiting, going to the washroom, 1 and 2, all these things, which can happen when we're either in ceremony or in dieta, which help us to just get it out. Like the more that's happening, the more that's coming through to make space for this new energy. The denseness needs to leave. And so it's always a beautiful thing. And every time I do this diet, again, every 6 weeks, I take a new group through this. I go through an incredible purge myself. And the last one was actually when I was hoping to see you out in Vancouver, and I had a big purge come through me, a fever actually. And not that it doesn't, this doesn't happen to everybody, a fever, that's actually the first time that I've experienced a fever in dieta. But there's usually something, right? Something, because she's bringing in, we're inviting her and surrendering into an unraveling. We're saying, yes, take me. I'm ready. During these 16 days, I'm good. I'm ready for you. Take me. And I'm ready for this magic carpet ride, for an accelerated version of letting go. And stuff's going to come into our awareness. She's going to start bringing to our awareness stories, thoughts, memories, smells, whatever that is, to help us to go, oh, and because she's opened up our heart, and because we're in this state of more stillness, we're in creativity and stillness. We're in that duality of experiencing both at the same time with cacao. She takes us on this dance of just, okay, look at this smell that's come up, or this thought, or this memory, or this text message came up last week, or whatever it was that was triggering. And now in this state, we can just sit with it and we can speak to her, because that's part of this journey, is learning how to speak directly to this spirit guide, calling her by name, speaking to her. Then in that case, she starts to help us to see the other perspectives, what's beyond their story, which we're not even capable of seeing because we're like, no, this is my story and I don't want to hear anything else because that's all wrong. And, whatever our stories are. And yet beyond that is something we are incapable of even understanding, the magnificence, the beauty, the imagination of what is, the possibility of what is beyond that story. And that's what she wants to take us into. So we can just start getting more comfortable with unraveling, because there's so much of us to unravel, especially today, as we see the whole world is crumbling. All these systems that we thought were, here for the people are not for the people. They've all been hijacked. They're all crumbling. We can see it all happening before our eyes. And it's time for us to bring back our own sovereignty. And we do that by not expecting for others to do that for us. We do that as we come back together. And it's just such an incredible journey that these medicines take us on. So, so beautiful. I just went on a big rant there. Sorry.
That's okay.
There's lots of cacao today. And I'm like, wow. I know Steve likes to drink a lot of cacao.
I do.
Right.
And I usually like to rant a lot too, but I'm really enjoying listening to somebody else doing it. It's awesome.
Namaste to that.
And I love how you bounce it through the medicine, the energy, the esoteric aspect of spirit, and then bring it back into the body. It's nice. You as you talk about weaving the dance, you do it with your words and how you put the picture together. Your program, it's an online program, correct?
Yeah, it is online, but we are live. So even though it's online and global, the dieta, the Facilitator's Cacao Dieta, the first step to becoming a facilitator, is 16 days where we commit for 20 minutes a day on Zoom together for 16 days. Because it's in that where we start to, things are going to show up for people. A purge is going to happen, a situation where I have some sadness come up or this thing came up. And so how can you be guided to not talk to your friend or your husband or your partner or whoever you normally talk to about it, but to speak to this spirit guide who literally is just waiting for us to talk to her. Their purpose is waiting for us to talk to them so that they can then support us. We have free will, and ask and you shall receive. So that takes a little bit of, every day, us doing that together. Every day we show up with our cup and our drink and we speak to her together in those 20 minutes. We address her by name. Together we start to ask for some guidance, some clarity. We address her by name, ask for that. So it's all part of that guidance, so that during this, we are setting an intention with her, asking to deepen with her, asking to deepen into devotional relationship with her. Oh, is that something that's
That was me forgetting to put my phone on silent.
Okay. I thought there was a commercial coming on or something. So it is done every day online. And then after we've gone through the sacred 16 days, this beautiful first step, then we go into the training for the ceremony. And that's where those are modules. There's 4 modules, and we're live for every week for an hour and a half each week, 4 weeks after that. And then it's so exciting. You host a ceremony. There's a few things that happen. You host a final ceremony for me and for all that are in the group. So it's online, and it could be, and it's such a beautiful way of you taking the elements of the ceremony and bringing in your creative energy. You can invite your friends too if you like, but it's something we do online. It's for many, it could be the first ceremony. And then I also, every 6 weeks, I host like an online ceremony where I invite my whole community and everybody out there to come in. And it's co-hosted by all of the graduates of the program. So everyone comes in, someone might choose to light the candle, someone might choose to call in the direction, so all of us together are bringing in our creative energy and weaving this dance together in ceremony, and really also supporting each other in coming into collaboration. How often can we share ceremony together? And then every 6 weeks, I do this again and again, and everyone's invited back into those modules, the trainings again, so that, because I truly believe that at least for me, the thought of having it like a time and a place where it ends and that's your training. I know what it's like to come into a training and at first you're nervous, you don't know what's going on, you're kind of learning everything. Then how beautiful to go out, host some ceremonies, go out and actually do the practical work. And then you're going to have questions. This came up, that came up, come back into the modules. And so that just happens ongoing forever. Everyone just gets an email. This is happening again this time. So you can come in, hop in. That's great. And again, every 6 weeks as we do host another online ceremony, everyone can come back in and choose a little section to host. So it's all happening online. And now I did receive a message from Mama Cacao in Vipassana over New Year's. I was at the Silent Meditation Retreat Center for 10 days. And during that time, I received one of the messages from Mama Cacao was to actually start also to host these all over the world in person. So 4 times a year to be in person so that we all do the dieta at home together. Everyone's wherever and all over the world because it's 16 days. Then we all come together to that place, wherever it is in the world. We have the 3 days of training of the ceremony. And then we have the 3 days of ceremonies. So imagine, 30 to 100 people, everyone gets put into groups of 5. And we have these ceremony after ceremony where 5 people come in and get to co-host for everybody. And we open it up to the community too. Everybody can come in. It's a ceremony where we're all just ceremony after ceremony experiencing the creative magic of each of us, the other medicines that we all hold that we bring into ceremony. Others, have a relationship with the drum, whatever the singing, chanting, whatever it is, bringing that medicine into the ceremony. So beautiful. So I'm excited about that too.
So you're going to be hosting it. You're going to be starting a new program when?
So March 20th, we'll be doing the same online, but we're now probably in end of July or August. It's going to also be available in person. So the same program, it's online right now, every 6 weeks online, so we can all jump on live together online, is also going to be available 4 times a year in person. The first one's going to be here in Ontario, in Canada, and then pretty much planning to, jump all over the world and be in different places, and whoever can come out to that, beautiful.
July, August in Ontario, I can drive there, so count me in.
Oh, you're absolutely. We're going to be talking about time to make sure that you're available. Because that's another thing that again, I want to be in constant and ongoing collaboration with the graduates because they are in devotion to the medicine. They have been through the dieta. They're encouraged to continue this journey, as they call it, with more dietas on their own. And so my goal is every time we do this in person, the graduates are invited back in at a significantly reduced price to help to co-facilitate this because they are ceremonialists now. So of course I would want them to help. Let's do this together. We're all in this together. There's no one of us that's better than the other. We are always in circle. That is why we are in circle, because we are all equal. We're just sharing what's come through us as transmissions. And it's just so magical and beautiful.
So if somebody wanted to sign up for this next one, Helen and Jenny in Kamloops, when would they have to be signed up by?
So there is an early bird price that's happening right now until Monday. So that's perfect. If the first step though is getting on a call with me, so reaching out to me, because there's a couple questions that we need to go through to make sure that now's the right time for you, and that we're all in the right space for this. Just a couple of questions. We'll hop on a call together, quick call. And then you can probably reach out to me on goddesstemplecacao.com, my website, and then just go to contacts or Instagram, Goddess Temple Cacao on Instagram, and we can talk. But yeah, it is an honor, a pleasure, truly a gift to help people to connect deeply with this medicine through this dieta, this beautiful, sacred foundational step to becoming a facilitator. Yeah.
And on that note, it's break time. Time to check out our sponsors, pay some bills. You're here with us live on the Mushie Moment on paceradio.net, CBG TV, streaming everywhere, and we'll be right back.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
Babe, Guys, it's spring. Just saw a robin.
Awesome. Let's get our butts to Limestone City Hydroponics. They carry Happy Frog and Ocean Forest soils and lots of promos.
Limestone City Hydroponics carry everything you need to get veggies veggin', from organic fertilizer to cloth grow pots to, well, everything. Visit them today. Don't delay. In-store, free delivery, or curbside. We're here to help. 613-548-0420.
In February of 2022, the Victoria Cannabis Buyers Club and Ted Smith were fined $6.5 million. This for helping 8,500 patients with access to medical cannabis. In our interview with Ted, he spoke to us about how people can donate to help in an upcoming court challenge. And here is part of that interview. From what I've seen lately, I believe that you've got something that you're trying to do as far as fundraising to deal with this next court challenge.
For now, people can write checks directly to Jack Lloyd Law Corporation or send e-transfers to save the VCBC at gmail.com. I guess those are the two easiest ways for people to help right now.
What do you find at paceradio.net? People advocating cannabis education.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Cannabis edibles are an effective way to manage pain and other ailments, especially when you deal with your trusted partner, Legacy 420, in Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. You see, we lab test every product on site to ensure proper dosage every time, which is critical when consuming cannabis edibles. All Legacy 420 edibles are made by our classically trained baker and chocolatier, and we also have super tasty vegan options.
Our baker has been in the industry for 25 years. She's also a chocolatier. Everything from savory to sweet, your chocolate bars, brownies, butter tarts, you name it, we make it.
Talk to our knowledgeable Cannatex about our incredible variety available. Give your trusted partners a call. Legacy 420 out on your road.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
Welcome back
to the Mushie Moment, streaming live to you here. I need another sip, sorry.
Streaming on cbgtv.com and paceradio.net, all over the place. You can find us just about anywhere. And hopefully Steve is getting the frog in his throat under control.
Sorry, I should have muted my mic while that was happening.
That's okay.
Don't breathe the cacao in.
No,
just
it's
drink
just for drinking.
I was doing that rushing thing, and it was like, and at that perfectly opportune moment, because we're talking about cacao, and the cacao is about the heart and about helping in healing of the heart. I have a buddy that just had a heart attack on Friday. He's been in the hospital since. I've just been notified that it's been up and down and they're not sure where it's sitting. So I'm just going to ask everybody to give a little focus, love, and energy in his direction. We just nickname him Pooch. So anybody that, can send a little love and healing energy to Pooch, please do. Come on, brother. You got this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
I do have Judy's, if you look at the bottom, I have Judy's webpage is scrolling across. I also put it in the chat. So anybody that wants to go and reach out to Judy or look at the facilitator training or anything else that may be on her website, because there's a ton of information, you can just go to the website there and take a look.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. And I want to just share too, I have this free resource on there, right on that homepage, for any medicine that you might be facilitating or wishing to facilitate, any plant medicine that you're excited about maybe sharing with others. There's a beautiful free guide there called 9 Things to Know Before Hosting Plant Medicine Ceremonies. And it just talks about this ancient process of the dieta, that the medicine's calling on us, and what is it, and all of this beautiful stuff for you to start to sort of get, this juicy information for you to help to remind you of this beautiful step and of this journey that's waiting for you with whatever plant medicine it is that you work with.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. I've downloaded and printed just about everything she has to download and print on the site. I've got a little pink binder around here somewhere that has all of the modules in it and all of that stuff, just to quick reference. Yeah, it helps. But speaking about ceremonies, we have discussed and came up with a fun idea.
What is it? Don't leave us hanging.
I was going to say, now, Steve, you can talk about it. You tried so hard last week. I am a graduate, with the exception of one step. I need to run a personal ceremony for Judy, and I'm actually going to invite Steve and another friend in for me to get my certificate. But I have gone through her training, and I have run a number of ceremonies here in my home, which have just been absolutely spectacular. And Judy is involved, even though she's not here. She is involved on every single one of them. Everybody that has come through me for ceremony would actually really love to meet Judy, because I do speak about you a lot when I do these things. But I have been wanting to work with Judy outside of Goddess Temple Cacao. And I came up with an idea, and I said, "Hey, would you be in for this?" And she said, "Well, heck yeah." So, and Steve, we've been talking about
by default.
Steve, as we've been talking about before, with the exception of today, before most of our podcasts, Steve is also taking a facilitator's journey with cacao through a different company, which is exciting. So the three of us, myself and Steve would love to work with Judy, and we would, the three of us would love to offer a cacao ceremony completely free, which is amazing. Judy has gifted me the tea for the ceremony. I have got the organic tea bags, and considering it's a tea bag and whatnot, it's really easy to slip into an envelope. It costs $1.80 to mail off. So I will do that. This is free for anybody who would like to join us. We will be doing a post, so you can reach out to me and give me your address, and I will mail you a cup of tea. And we will give some instructions and whatnot as the time is coming near. You have about 4 weeks to prepare for this. I believe the date we picked was April 2nd.
Let me see. Yes, April 2nd at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, Tuesday, April 2nd, we are going to be doing this cacao ceremony here on the show with Judy and Steve and myself hosting and hostessing it. And we would really like you to come.
Are you allowed to say that now?
Well, I just did, so I hope so.
Isn't it all just one thing now? You're not allowed to point
it is, but I started with hostessing, and so I had to bring in hostess.
I'm just kidding.
He likes to trip me up. But we would like to invite you to come be part of a cacao ceremony with us. This is a tea compared to, and Judy can better go into explaining what everything is and why. Normally, when we're doing a ceremony, we use a combination or one of the paste and the powder. And Judy has a tea, which is easier to work with for people that don't work with it on a regular basis. I will literally put it in a tea bag, send it to you. You put it in a cup of hot water and let it steep for 5 minutes or longer.
Beautiful.
So
and if you don't have cacao. You can bring an herbal tea too. Obviously, it's beautiful if you can have cacao. And with Cindy and Steve offering this free tea bag for you, how can you not, want this? So it would be beautiful if you have, cacao, whether it's the powder paste at home or the tea, so that we can have this incredible plant medicine, this physical representation of the medicine as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting.
It is. It is. And it's not just from Steve and I. Judy has gifted the tea for all of this. So it is from all three of us. And I want to make sure that people know that. If you would like to, like I said, if you'd like to get in on a facilitator's course, which is starting on March 20th with the deep dive, please reach out to Judy. The website is there.
Ellen and Jenny.
There are two ladies in British Columbia, apparently, that would be phenomenal at this. And Steve is speaking for Mama Cacao.
I can see them being called, and they just haven't been introduced yet. So this is
their introduction.
This is their introduction.
This is Judy. She's awesome. You should give her a call.
It'll be an honor.
Yeah. So that is coming up on April 2nd. I know that we have all been pretty excited to talk about it. Steve, like I said, was trying to get into it last week. He's like that excited. So we're doing this, and then we're going to do this with her the week after, right? I'm very excited. I think it's amazing. I think everybody should be as excited as Judy, as Steve, and as I am. And I'm really honored that Judy has gifted us this bag of tea to gift out to anybody that wants to join us.
Hey, if people want to get involved with it, what have they got to do?
Get involved with the
ceremony?
Doing this thing. They want to get the tea bag. They want to.
Oh, yes.
How do they make this happen?
Well, they reach out. We will make a post. I will ask for Judy's help with a poster because she does amazing jobs with that. Oh my goodness, she's so talented. And we will put a post up. We will be sharing it everywhere between the three of us with Pace, with Goddess, Temple Cacao, to be inviting people in. And then what they can do is I'll have an email, or you can message me directly with your address. I will put together a tea bag for you, put it in an envelope, and mail it out to you. So you will have it in time. We have planned it from 4 weeks from the announcement, just to give people that time to reach out and get their tea bags so they can have a cup of cacao. Yeah, pretty simple.
It's going to be beautiful, and probably an hour. Do you think? Should we block off an hour?
An hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Okay.
Just because, sometimes we talk and we share. And you don't want to rush anybody through sharing. So if we say it's going to at least be an hour, please be prepared to sit for an hour and a half. That would probably give us loads of time. It will be in this setting. So we will have the comment section up. You will be able to join us with that. So as we are speaking our intentions and we are talking, you can easily be part of the ceremony by typing in and giving us your thoughts and intentions as well.
Beautiful. And if you can have a cozy space, a little ceremonial, cozy, sacred space for yourself, something with some cushions, maybe a little blanket to keep you warm. If you can come with a candle as well, a candle and a lighter, because we will light that together. If you don't have one, that's okay too. But if you do, it's so beautiful to do that together. If you have any essential oils, any fragrant natural oils that you love to use, we will do a little tiny anointing mini ceremony within the ceremony. So have that with you as well.
Yeah. And do not need to think that you have to be writing all of this down right now. This will all be, yes, a little bit of smudge or palo. We will have this on the poster. Please bring, with a list. So yeah. You don't need to worry about remembering everything Judy and I are saying right now, but there will be a list. So I'm really excited to do this.
Oh, me too. It is honestly, it's for me. There's nothing more beautiful or sacred than being in ceremony in a sacred, beautiful space with others, in devotion to our growth, our self-realization, our remembering. Devoted in devotion to each other, to remembering and seeing each other as the gods, the goddesses that we are. And so it is such an honor, such a gift. Thank you both for making this happen.
Pleasure. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Hey, as a person that's facilitated as many journeys as you have over the time, what would be the biggest wow factor you've experienced so far in the journey?
In the journey.
Something that just made you go, wow, or constantly makes you go, wow.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's the dieta journey. It's people coming into the journey and you know, getting excited about this journey and thinking that they're going to drink chocolate. Some people, and then going through this journey of the purge, and seeing, wow, the big shifts that come to us, because we've asked. And so some of the shifts have been so profound in some of these beautiful souls who've joined us, who are now facilitators of cacao, to the point where people are like, what is happening? Is this even like, you know, they're going, not, again, doesn't happen to everybody, but there's some people who go through a profound unraveling and a profound shift in a condition or a belief system, to the point where that needs to break down first, right? People need to go into a breakdown of, oh my God, and that's held in this beautiful space. And then it's a complete rebirth. And so for me, I would say it's watching the full circle. And I always tell everyone at the beginning of the ceremony, you know, some of us are going to go through some kind of shifts, maybe all of us, in some way. Some of us might be more profound than others. Just know in this journey that you will be taken back home. You will be taken back to a place where you feel grounded, and also as above, so below. You feel you remember why you're here. But in the process, there might be some times where you feel, oh my God, what's happening? How is this all falling apart, sort of thing? This thing that's happening in their life. And it's just such divine guidance, and it is so beautiful for the group to witness that with each other, because it's a container where we all share every day for 16 days. And it is profoundly transformational and memorable and exciting to be part of, and an honor to be part of with each other.
Interesting.
Yeah. And of
It
course,
is that,
ceremonies, you know, once you're hosting ceremonies for others, that is a whole other beautiful journey that comes with so much honor and responsibility, because people come in, and again, most people think because it's cacao, they're like, they don't really know yet, until you share the story, that this is a master plant medicine. It is a master teacher plant. It is on par with all of the other master plant medicines out there, many of which are psychedelics. And so it's incredible to help them to really, you know, they might have one thought of what they're coming into, and then to just before, and this is what we teach in the facilitator training, is before we serve the cacao, sharing a little bit about that, sharing a little bit of the reverence, the story, bringing them into that space, helping them to speak very quickly in a sort of short, in a moment in time during the ceremony, directly, and speak directly to the medicine through this silent intention that we are guiding, so they can understand this is a spirit guide. Oh my goodness, wow, is she calling to me? Maybe I want to start a relationship with her. They don't have to, you know, have this desire to be facilitators. Anyone can build a relationship with a spirit guide when the spirit guide is calling to you, and she is absolutely a spirit guide that is calling to so many of us right now to help us to just really softly, gently, and beautifully open up our heart, blossom this beautiful bud. You know, we've turned our hearts, and sometimes many of us, into a tight bud with all these band-aids on top, because we have all these stories and all these hurts and, you know, stories that we've created around what's happened to us. And she just wants to help pluck those. And as soon as there's enough of them plucked off, the flower just starts to open up and blossom. And it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice. I like the way you describe that. I kind of look at that the same way. We just we build little walls around our heart. Oh, we got hurt. Oh, we got hurt. Oh, we got hurt. Then after a while, the heart just can't do what it's supposed to do, because the walls have all closed in. Yeah. And then the healing, we've got to just kind of subtly remove a few of these. And the best part is the cacao starts from the inside. It softens things on the inside, and that just causes it to kind of, the layers just kind of slide off. They melt off. But it is a very subtle medicine. As a person that's experienced quite a few of the plant medicines, it's very subtle. She speaks softly. And carries a big stick. But
yeah, until you're in the 16-day dieta. I'm just saying.
Yes, you've asked her to just come on in.
She's not so subtle in the 16-day dieta. Just saying. She's pretty loud and pretty pay attention to me.
Yes.
The lady that I shared my class with, like, I mean, we were both in the bathroom. I was sitting on it and she was kneeling at it during our 16-day diet.
Yes, it's pretty profound.
But we were drinking a lot of cacao. I serve, and I talk about the training that I went through with you. I talk about the dieta, and as I'm serving it, I pay attention to who I'm serving. I've had a few people come back, so I've increased the amount that they drink versus, like I'll make it a certain strength. And if I want myself or somebody else to have more, I increase the amount. So I tell them what I serve them. It's a very mild cacao, and we talk about the dieta, and then I'll talk about how we go through 8 days of drinking pretty heavy cacao, and they'll be asking me, well, what is it? And I'll be like, about 5 times stronger than what you're drinking, and no vanilla and no honey. And they just look at that and they look at me, and I'm like, yeah. I said, but a lot of these medicines teach you how to sit with what's uncomfortable, because life is not comfortable. You have to deal with the uncomfortability of it, and you have to find ways around it, and you have to sit with it. And you really get taught that with a lot of these medicines. And Mama Cacao is no different. And she rewards you, for lack of a better word, with the tools that she gifts you. And I always find that when I sit with medicine, I always get something just beautiful out of it that really has nothing to do with anything. It's just like, hey, you did a lot of hard work and now you deserve a hug. And I think that's my way of saying it brings you full circle. Because it always brings you back, and I always finish off a ceremony leaving feeling happier and lighter. And I mean, I don't care what the medicine is I want to do. You come back, and I feel like I've gained more tools, like I've gained some healing, like I've gained some knowledge about me. To join in what you guys were saying earlier, knock down one of those walls of my heart. And Shiva's been, Mama Cacao brought me Shiva, and Shiva's been essential on getting, I knock them down and he takes the bricks away. And it's just been incredible. So yeah, she is very gentle when, I find when I'm sitting with her in a normal ceremony, or if I drink her during the day just because I want to connect with her, which is another ceremony in and of itself. But in that deep dive dieta, man, she shows up and she shows up and she shows up.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah, because their purpose is to help us to remember, and the remembering is going to take unraveling, and the unraveling is uncomfortable, because we're used to, we're conditioned that change is not good. Meanwhile, it's the change that the metamorphosis journey, the going into the cocoon, the literally your body melting and turning into mush, and you thinking you're dying, and then there's this little hole that appears, and the cocoon opens up, and you're now a magnificent butterfly. I mean, this is what these medicines are helping us to rebirth over and 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 over again in our lives. Certain parts of our lives, all different areas of our lives, different aspects of our lives, different parts of us, different parts of our beliefs. It's just like this, like cacao is a little seed of rebirth. We drink this cacao, and it literally starts to grow in us. And when we speak to the cosmic spirit of cacao, we start to ask for guidance, and we say, I'm ready, take me deeper, or show me more and work with me. I'm ready. I love you. That's the invitation. Ask and you shall receive. And that's where we start to really see some beautiful guided, and that's what's so beautiful. It's guided, the unraveling, Yeah.
And at the same time, it's a superfood. Yeah. It does amazing healing benefits for the heart from a scientific level. It's got it all covered.
It's got everything. It's honestly the superfood for your mind, your body, and your spirit. All three. So it's not just for spiritual growth, and it is a master teacher plant medicine, but it's also, that's why it's called the food of the gods and the goddesses. Right? Like, what other food is called food of the gods? It's so incredible when you think about that. Really so profound. And, I said in the last beautiful, guest podcast that we had here, and then I'm going to say it again. I'll probably say it again in the ceremony, because I absolutely believe this, that if it wasn't for, our ancestors figuring out how to turn cacao, the seed, into chocolate, how to sort of grind it and turn it into this mass and add sugars and all the stuff that chocolate is today, which is the number one, the world's number one food is chocolate. If it wasn't for that, I truly believe that cacao would be illegal, like many of the other master plant medicines, because that is how profound the journey is of transformation when we bring sacred intention and when we speak to the spirit of cacao, when we are in relationship with the spirit of cacao, which is what the dieta is to help you to get into relationship. What does that look like? How do we go deeper into beautiful relationship with this sacred plant medicine?
I love the way you get all excited about it. It's awesome. You can just tell it just resonates through your heart. It resonates through your being. It's pretty awesome.
And he's right. And you guys should, even if you're not interested in becoming a facilitator, taking Judy's deep dive, because you can do the deep dive without following it up with facilitator training, just FYI. Yeah. So you can go take that and you can experience that with Judy. You don't have to go on to become a facilitator. And I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful 16 days. That morning call, I miss it.
Me too.
Yeah. That was something that I really enjoyed. Yeah. Every morning you get up and we would have our morning cacao with Judy and we'd have a chat. It was spectacular. So you can do the one without having to do the other.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah. Beautiful. And it's a beautiful way. I even say for those who are like, well, I don't even know if cacao's calling to me, but you really want to get into deeper relationship with the cosmos, with the universe, with God, with a spirit guide. You're like curious about spirit guides. Maybe maybe you don't have spirit guides or you don't feel that you have them in this moment. But we do. We have guides that are looking out for us. This is part of the co-creation, this beautiful dance that we've agreed to do. They stay there, we come here, and when we finally remember, we reach out to them and they're like, hello, finally, okay. I'm like so excited. And they want to support us and guide us and bring us clarity and help us to remember the agreement that we all made before coming here. And so it's a journey of understanding what are spirit guides and getting into relationship with spirit guides. And from that journey, although we really focus mostly with cacao, there are other spirit guides that can come through in that journey, for many come through in that journey that become part of this relationship that you speak and this communion that you have every day with these guides, this relationship communication every day. Yeah.
When I was down in Mexico, I'd met a couple people that had done quite a few of the different medicines and had done a lot of Aya ceremonies and whatnot. But in the end, I found it interesting because I did a couple of the cacao ceremonies with them there as well. But cacao spoke subtle, and I wasn't. There was beautiful moments, but I wasn't understanding the depth of the language. And it was interesting to me because one of them had been a facilitator for Aya and had just switched over and was just facilitating cacao and would talk about that place of love and the heart. That both cacao and Aya had said, no, you've done enough with cacao. Your work now, or enough with Aya. Your work now is with cacao.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. These medicines talk to us. We just have to ask. We have to be in relationship with them. They will guide us, especially if we wish, well, not especially, even if you're working with them as a spirit guide, and if you wish to be in a facilitator for them, a vessel to have their medicine come through to others. So that's the whole point of that's why the dieta, that's why these medicines have this dieta that they call us to before we start to serve others, so that we can experience their medicine deeply, their transformations, their unravelings, and we can be in relationship with them, and we can become that empty vessel so that they can come through us, so that we can start to share from a place of embodiment. There's a big difference with that. Yeah. Beautiful. And I love too that the dieta is a beautiful gift given to us by these plant medicines, an ancient, sacred, almost forgotten gift, as I mentioned, with all of the plant medicines, that whatever plant medicine you're serving, to be in dieta is very important when you're being called again and again to be in dieta. And it's just another way where we can be expanded into a different kind of consciousness of devotion. Because we are in devotion to the medicine, and therefore we become more and more devotion to ourselves. And then all of a sudden we're more in devotion to the earth, because the medicine will take us into a devotional journey of the earth, the elements, the directions. All of these medicines that our glorious indigenous families have been all this time and continue to be in reverence and honor, just part of who they are, this connection to it all, this understanding of this divine union of it all, which we've just, we just went on a different journey than them, and we got—
let's harvest it all. We'll harvest it all.
Technology and everything. And now it's like, it's beautiful that we can have this come back to us, right? This remembering, and beautiful to have many, many, many indigenous families still working with these medicines, and our ancestors too, who have passed, who have been working with these medicines. This is so important to continue.
What's beautiful right now is that a lot of the indigenous that work with the medicines can now, instead of hiding and keeping the medicine and the tradition, can now come out because people are looking for it rather than looking for them. So now at least people are coming out and sharing and going, hey, these, we've kept this safe. We've been waiting.
Yes.
And it's nice that now we're kind of in a time period where we're able to share them and expand it. And, it's a lot of history that's been hidden.
Yeah.
And all of that history, I've yet to find any of it that hasn't been healthy history.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you say hidden, it's so interesting, because like consciousness just wasn't ready for it. Look how much disrespect or dishonor there is with every plant medicine. I mean, there's like the extreme opposite of what they're doing with it. There's the reverence and the ceremony and the dieta and the true way of connecting. And then there's the complete opposite. Let's just get high, or whatever it is, like whatever the without even understanding that it's a cosmic spirit. It's a sentient being that we are to connect to. So it just, of course, these shamans, these beautiful medicine men and women were holding and secretly holding on to it, because not everybody was ready for it, right? But now, look at what's happening in this glorious shift in consciousness that is happening so quickly, so beautifully right now, faster than I think anyone could ever have expected. It's happening. We are there. We are moving, and we are moving into literally a whole other world that's coming. That we are creating right now. And a lot more people are ready for this. This is why we're seeing it everywhere now. Like, it's so many people, because more people are in this state now of ready to respect, ready to honor, ready to go on the journey. Yeah.
Yeah. Honor got lost for a while.
Yeah. It did. Devotion.
So sadly, we are at the time. We are a little bit past, but that's okay. Before I let Steve say what he normally says, I want to thank you so much for coming on. I absolutely adore you. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you when I come out to Ontario in the next few months and visit with you. Thank for you, sure.
Cindy. You a hug. I love you. It has been such an honor to be in service together. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. And something I just want to throw out there that was just announced about 12 minutes ago, which is really exciting. Out in Vancouver a number of months ago, Dana Larson's mushroom dispensaries were raided. His licenses were pulled. And today, about 13 minutes ago, he found out he won. The city of Vancouver has given him back his licenses so he can legally operate his mushroom dispensaries.
Good.
Congratulations, Dana.
Good. Congratulations, Dana.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What beauty that we get to just kind of put out there. I'm really happy for that. So thank you so much again, Judy, for joining us. And Steve, I'll let you take it away.
It's that time again. Thank you for joining us here on the Mushie Moment with my co-host Cindy, myself, and our awesome guest, Judy. We're proud to be coming to you live from paceradio.net, cbgtv.com, and we'll see you next week for much more information, podcasting, and fun.
Thank you so much.
Day. Thank you.
Stick
Judy.
around for a minute.
Awesome.
Stick around for a minute, Judy. We'll talk after the credits. Okay. Bye, everybody.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
When you have a pain that's reached its peak, Legacy for 20, it's so unique. If organic cannabis is what you seek, here's your trusted partner 7 days a week. Suppository salves, vapes and drops, topicals, edibles, infused pop. Just when life seems like it ain't easy, at Legacy 420, enjoy a pop freezy. Lab tested products, make them the GOAT. Legacy 420 out on your road. Legacy 420 in Tyndonega Mohawk territory. Indigenous organic cannabis at its finest.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420. We are people advocating